Hello, everybody, and welcome to The Spoops React. We are so happy to have you out here. We have a really special video that we're going to be reacting to. It's called Sommerlyst Scare, and why it's so special is it's actually a video of our wonderful producer, Mr. Stephen Early.
Well, hello there.
So, Stephen, before we launch into this, we have a couple really big questions. First off, what's this all about? Like, what is Sommerlyst?
Yeah, so it's this funky Danish campground that existed across the street from the house that I grew up in. And I would go over and hang out with, they would come over in the summers, and there are these cottages all over the place. And the idea was that they would come over during the summers, but none of these places had, heat run to them or anything like that, so that it was specifically a campground, and you couldn't have people just, claiming squatters' rights, basically, later. They didn't want to have to be, evicting people and stuff. And so during the summers, there would just be all these cool events that would happen over by my house. They'd, do fireworks shows on the 4th of July and giant corn roasts and all kinds of other stuff. It was just really cool, just, backwoods type stuff. The people that lived on this campground kind of adopted my family into all of their traditions. And as such, they're the fun uncles of the group that like to play pranks and stuff. So one such prank that I'll tell you about that is not this, they had us all convinced that there was a marshmallow tree in the field, in the field that you're actually going to see in this video, and they literally just completely de-leafed an entire tree and covered it in a bag of Stay Puft every year, and somehow we never figured it out. I was 13 when I finally put it together. So anyway, yeah, that's a little bit about the people involved in this particular caper. Yeah.
Now this caper, when did this occur?
I want to say I was 11. So okay. Yeah, probably 11, 12 years ago now, depending on what month we're in.
I remember 11 and 12 years ago. They were happier times.
You weren't 11 or 12 years ago.
Happier times. Yeah, no, I was graduating high school.
Oh, man. I'm the baby of the group.
Well, now that Josh is...
Do you guys remember that cool video that came out at that time? What was it? Oppa Gangnam Style? Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That and watching that on my iPhone 4S. Glass front, glass back. What simple times those were.
That defined my middle school years.
Oh my God. I'm hanging out with a bunch of babies. Babies. Oh, man.
Well, before we get too far into the weeds here, how this goes here on the Spoops React, we're going to watch this video. I'm going to pause. We're going to talk about a couple things. And since we have the source material here, Stephen, we're going to grill you about what exactly is happening at different parts of this video.
Certainly.
So, there's no guarantee that in the future we will always get the source of the material here to interview. I don't want you guys to get that kind of assumption.
Yeah, no,
we're not finding the lady from the rabbit video.
No. No. Okay. Well, here we go. Let's load up the Sommerlyst Scare.
Oh my gosh. There's something big and flesh-colored that's taking up a third of the screen. This is maybe the creepiest camera angle of all time.
Isn't it really?
I was going to say,
watching children through bushes has a certain vibe to it.
So, the real scary thing, predators.
The only way that this gets more scary is if you just see the, paper bag that got a little ring cut out in it so that nobody could see the camera recording. I'm just saying.
No. You see the State Puff Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters. That's how this gets going to the tree to de-leaf it. No. Okay, cool. So, creepy cameraman behind a tree or bush. This isn't a tree. This is clearly a bush. So, let's see what happens here.
Oh, nope, that was a good angle.
This is a moment of crime cinematography.
Ooh. What pretty lead. Oh, yeah. No, thank you for really getting me a spastic look at all of those. Surveyed.
That was a creepy laugh.
Straight up, we could cut that laugh out and sell it on like...
Yeah, like that is the best creepy laugh sound
I'll be putting
effect.
that into the soundboard for stories for the podcast.
Oh, man. That's... Well, okay, yeah, let's just continue here because I have a feeling this is going to get worse before it gets better.
Oh, the whispering, definitely.
Now we can keep this rolling while I'm talking here, but the fun part about this is that behind the camera is just 10 full-grown adults huddled around the camera watching this.
Oh yeah, no, as if one man watching children through bushes wasn't creepy enough.
A collection of them.
Now,
and they think they're being really sneaky and that we haven't seen them at this point, and that is very much not the case.
I was going to ask, were you dumb enough to not notice the adults?
No, we're well aware they're standing there. We just assume that they're taking like family photos or something very poorly. We're not really sure what's going on though.
Now, I think it's imperative to point out where you're at because we can see you now.
Yeah, I am in the
is
Pittsburgh
that Mr.
Steelers
number
jersey.
34?
Yeah, that's me in my Mendenhall jersey.
Was Roethlisberger still playing then?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. Okay. He only just retired like this year.
Yeah. He was in for a while. Okay, so yeah. So watch the Steelers jersey as we continue on throughout this.
Indeed.
Thank you for giving me an ankle point. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it just disappeared, and we're back to the finger over the lens. But
whoa is going on?
That's fisheye pretty badly,
whoa!
I've never seen a camera look drunk before. Okay, now you're just out in the open filming kids. You're not even hiding behind the bush.
Now they're blood relatives. I don't know if that makes it better, but
no, not necessarily. No, not according to statistics.
Can we also talk? You're wearing jorts.
Yeah, I am. Yeah,
everybody should be wearing jorts.
I'm participating in the Jort Storm. Yes,
Jort Storm. Okay, yeah. Putting those knobby knees on display.
I'm more hung up on the shoulder-length hair.
Are we playing cards? What are we doing? I don't even remember.
I forgot that's how you used to sit.
Oh, yeah, just like straight into my knees.
That's perching. That's like a gargoyle. Like you're waiting to leap forward on your prey.
Well, yeah, I would say yes, but he's literally, his arms were like always behind his back when he was doing it.
Yep. It's like it's a modified version of the Death Note L sit, you know?
Yeah. Okay, continue.
I really don't know what we're doing. That part of the story is gone forever in my mind.
I was gonna say,
well, somebody's drawing something from a center.
I know I felt popular. It was me and 6 girls, so you know I was doing okay.
And you weren't related to any of them.
That's true. The rest of them were, but
those Danes.
Now, was anybody aware of what was about to happen, or was this a full...
We had no recognition whatsoever that anything was amiss.
I was going to say, eye contact has been made with the camera.
Yep.
Everybody stopped and looked.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people here for some reason.
Look at that frame. Like, everybody is, like, staring.
No, that's not true. Not true. Green shirt over there is not paying attention in the right direction.
Oh, yeah, that's Michaela, one of the younger sisters. Yeah, she's just blissfully unaware.
She may be, at this point, paying attention to the person elsewhere.
Yeah.
No, just delayed. Just delayed.
Is that a bird or a person screaming?
Definitely a person. I recognize a young child.
There they go.
And there's...
I'm just kind of sauntering.
Girls, run. Steven,
It really is
my
a
shoulder,
frolic.
looking over my shoulder and looking back.
Yeah. Like, no self-preservation. Like, everybody else is like, I don't have to be the fastest, just faster than Steven. And there's Steven.
Like, what's that?
What's this? What's that? A man hiding in the woods.
Oh, that hit a place in my head I didn't want it to hit.
I don't remember if this is a guy named Mark or a guy named Jeff behind the camera, but either way, man, what a guy.
He laughs the same way I imagine somebody with that level of camera talent to laugh.
And where's Steven?
We're still out there.
Nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, it's a real shame that
Girls? Girls?
Yep. They're coming back now to see what's up.
But you never left.
No,
They
no.
left.
No, I stayed
and
up
I started
there.
running.
What are you doing?
So I think it's important for the audience to note.
I was going to say, you can clearly see where the cursor is right there. That is definitely a man in a ghillie suit.
That's not foliant of any kind.
No. And you were walking right towards the man
Yep.
in the ghillie suit.
Yeah. I had not put together that it was. I just saw a leafy lump and was like, well, that just came out of the woods.
So, for future reference, Steven just earned his way into my apocalypse team. Because if we ever need to make a sacrifice,
I'm right
Steven
there.
will do it and not even realize that that's what he's doing.
I'm not only ready, I'm willing.
The zombies will have broken through the door, and I'll be like, oh my gosh, Steven, is that an Indian head nickel over there?
Like, where?
Okay, well, let's see what happens. Let's see how this concludes here.
Steven, be careful!
Did
Wow.
you say it's a tarp or something?
I believe I did. Was that me?
Yes, that was you. You turned back and reported,
It's a tarp.
Right after it had moved. It literally moved, and you turned around.
literally moved, and then you were like, oh, there's something covering something there, but I'm going to focus on the something that's covering.
Public school education, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's get that again.
That's pretty dumb.
Get a rock or something!
Steven, I saw this in an episode of Doctor Who!
So you
With
get
the
taken
kicks.
You
down.
ran
the
way
kicks.
too late.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you didn't take off until he was already full standing.
You had so much
And you
indication
were
there.
barely running. You're like sauntering away.
Well, he
kinda
had
was.
flip-flops.
I did.
Well, you kick him off and you go into barefoot drive. Like,
And lose my flops, bro? And lose my flops.
I'd rather have my life than my flops.
See? You know what? Me and the monster have one thing in common, and it's an emphasis on kicks.
Yeah, I was gonna
See,
say. I think that's the best part. Like, as the monster is currently eating you,
Yeah.
you can see the dad shoe just sticking out from the ghillie suit.
Also,
Yep.
the other thing that I really appreciate about this clip is that just the fine laughing that you were doing while you were being chased by a strange man who was hiding in the woods. You were like, I can trust this adult who's chasing me. He was only hiding in the woods. It's fine.
So let me set this scene for you for a moment, because the camera perspective doesn't show you what I saw in that moment, because I'm very close, right?
Yeah.
When he gets up to a full stand and he flaps open like this, it's just leaves everywhere, and then the face of a guy that I've known literally like since I was 2.
Okay.
That is just like and you know, parakeet this for the audience. Yeah, that. Surrounded by that. So at that moment, I
So
was kind of,
leaves and
Okay.
and so at that point you're like, well, I can't run too fast or he'll look old.
I I'll be honest. If I saw my dad out there making that facial expression at me, you better betcha I'm going. I'm gone. I'm gonna run so fast that my legs are gonna break.
Oh, man. Let's just watch that. And no one comes to your aid.
Look at that smile.
Look
at that smile.
I love it when adults sneak up on me in the woods.
And I love how they're like, it's a Sasquatch. Nobody's coming to help you.
Yeah.
No. Someone
Screaming.
screams, it's a Sasquatch. Have they never heard of what a Sasquatch was? Not a tall, hairy man. That's just a man.
Oh, man.
Got the New Balances out.
Feet are way too small to be a Sasquatch. That's a little foot. That's no Bigfoot.
Yeah. True.
Tornado.
There it is.
Let's get a pause for a moment. Yeah.
So just picture exactly that, but framed up with all of the ghillie stuff, almost in the way that like the bearded lizards when they flare, like that.
So, I'm just saying, if I ever saw my dad make that facial expression, I'm out of there. I'm gone.
Oh, man. So, as is traditional on our podcast, and if you haven't given that a listen yet, those of you living in YouTube land, you should definitely swing by either our website, TheSpoopsPod.com, or you can actually listen to it on our YouTube channel to see the video version, or on Spotify. You can look up the Spoops Pod and find us there too. But we rate things on a scale of 1 to 5, from creepy all the way to too spook for me. What would you rate this?
Too spook for me, brother. I'm out of there. I was going to say, man in the woods hunting children. Goodbye.
I'm gonna go 3, because like I grew up in like similar-ish, like not as, like I feel like your father was very field guide prep, like everything in the woods will eat you, where I just lived in the woods and was like, yeah, everything, like
it's fine.
My father chased down a black bear to try to get a photo of it on his camera. Like literally is like trying to open the camera app on his phone as he's running after a black bear.
I think my favorite part of that story is how unbelievably easy it is to picture.
Like literally, because the bear ran across the front yard. He's in the garage working on something, hears something, looks up, sees bear.
Yep.
Grabs phone, starts running after bear, trying to open the camera app, gets to the road where the bear has crossed over the road and goes, "What am I doing?" And then just stops. He never actually got the photo. He stopped. And I was like, if you're going to commit,
that little voice in his head kicked in. It's like, this is really stupid.
Arguably a little too late. No, my dad was the type of person who took me black bear hunting in Cook's Forest and watched me get stuck inside of a patch of laurels. And he stood there, mountain laurels, and he stood there with strange men he didn't know. And they all pointed and laughed at me while I got my gun stuck, and I got my hat stuck, and I got scratched all the kingdom come. And I scratched the gun he bought me that year.
Aw.
He watched me do that, and all 3 men literally pointed and laughed while I tried to get through that.
Wow.
So, yeah, I think I'll give this a 3. I'll give this a spoopy. Or, no, that's 2. 3 is...
It goes crappy.
Crappy, spoopy, too spoopy. That's what I'm giving it. It is too spoopy. Steven, this happened to you. What did you give it?
You saw the look on my face. It's a 1.
Yeah, I was going to say you didn't care. I was going to say the simple fact that everybody else ran away and you're like frolicking.
Yeah, also, I'm not taking you into a horror movie with me either because it's just, you're going to die so fast it's not going to matter to the storyline.
No.
Right? It's not at all. Like if Bradley and I were inside of a horror movie together, our deaths would be, I would say, integral to the storyline, right?
Yeah.
We would live long enough that we were at least story characters.
Yeah, you would be the first one dead that would just cue people in the, it's this kind of movie.
Yeah. So
we're gonna find your head in a dresser drawer, and it's gonna be like, oh my gosh, there's a killer here or something.
You know in natural disaster apocalypse films when there's like a giant tsunami and there are the people that run as if it makes a difference, and then there are the people that just go, wow, and then die. I know where I'm at.
Yeah, no, Steven, you're running towards it, frolicking. Wow, look at that. Tsunami, that's so cool.
I've always wanted to do this, just dives head first.
Oh, man.
In Pompeii, you were the people who were trying to get out the marshmallows. Just to
Yeah.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah. I'm among those ushering in Cthulhu's reign.
Well, thank you very much for joining us for this another little Spoops React here. I'm super glad to have you, and I think, honestly...
Join us next time
Yeah.
as we react to Joshua's dancing skills.
Yes!
I guarantee you, that's too spooky for many people.
See you next time.
Ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-bum.